Mathila, Thasiba. How are you all doing? Great. Opal, Aradhya, Abdul's brother, Anshud, Ahmad, Elisha, Anita, Daniel, Elizabeth, Mathila, Marwa, Mohammed, Omar, Safa, Tanvi. Welcome to this session, and I'm really glad to see you all again here. Timothy, all right. So we are at Glecta, which is all about excellence, right? All right. So what is Glecta? We all are already aware, right? We are providing online tutoring services from year 1 till year 13, right? Yes? I'm good, Abdul. Thank you so much. All right. So, Glecta is one-stop solution for 11 plus exam, right? We are not only providing notes, practice test papers, lecture, revision sessions, scout sessions, counseling, but also past papers and patterns, right? Because our ultimate goal is that our each and every child is cracking this paper, right? Yes, that's our goal and that's your objective as well, isn't it? Right? Okay, we have so many children still entering the session. What are we going to cover today? We will be covering up one of the most important topics today from 11 plus, and I will be giving you, as always, easy tips and tricks to complete questions quickly. We will be learning new techniques and solve questions live. And what? We will be getting one free mock test as our homework, right? So we will be taking away so much today, and along with that, we will also be getting a mock test. Right, dear? Are you all excited for the class? All right. So it is story writing. All right, Omar, you can rejoin, dear. Now, story writing. What comes to your mind when you hear the word story writing? Quickly give me your responses in the chat box. Okay, the ones who are raising their hands, I would love to see your answers in the chat box. All right. Aradhya is saying author. Wonderful. Abdul is saying writing the story. Elizabeth is saying imagination. That's great. Creativity. Wonderful. Fiction. Great. Descriptive language. All right. Quite near. Wonderful. It can be non-fiction also. Wonderful, Tanvi. Yes. But when we are asked to write a story, majorly we are using our imagination, right? And when we are using our imagination, that comes under fiction. Okay? Paragraphs, all right? Whatever comes to your mind. Anything. Figure of speech, all right? Figure of speech. Great, Shazin. Come on. All right, Omar. Great. I'm happy you're able to hear now. Similes. Dear, similes come under figure of speech. Plot. Wonderful. Opal, I would like to know what is plot. What do you understand by plot? Okay, someone is saying setting. Great. Myths and legends. All right. Vocabulary, wonderful. Jerome is saying something not real, so that comes under fiction. Alliteration, alliteration comes under figure of speech. A plot is how the story will go on. Abdul, yes, absolutely. And plot specifically means beginning of the story, middle of the story, and end of the story. Okay, title, someone has written title. Great. It's very important to give a title to your story. Punctuation plays a wonderful role. Absolutely. And we have one more problem. Great, great. All right, let's stop it here. Okay. Thank you so much for your responses. Almost everybody shared. And I'm so glad. Thank you. All right. Matila, you can write in the chat box here. All right, such wonderful responses from you all, and I'm really glad to, receive such amazing responses from your knowledge. And now I will be constructing the knowledge using all these points. Okay, are you ready? Yes, Abdul. All right, wonderful. Let's start. Now, story writing. And you know what? The best thing is almost all of you were correct. But now we need to know the sequence. How do we write a story, right? And I specifically focus on how to write each and every paragraph. All right? Yes? That's very important. We all know what's there in the story, and you all have given your wonderful responses to me. But the main thing is how to actually write a story, right? So let's start. Number one, it's very important that you are including the setting of this story. Okay, now what is setting? Setting means what place is it? Where is the story taking place? What time of the day is it? It is morning, evening, afternoon, midnight. What is it? And to make it more specific, you can even present the exact time. All right? Yes. All right. Now we have weather. It's better you include the weather also. That will make your story all the more real, right? Yes. Next we have to include problem also. See, we all are so fond of watching movies. Yes or no? Show me thumbs up if yes. We all love, including me. I love watching movies. And what are movies all about? Movies are all about stories, isn't it? Do you agree with me? Yes, movies are all about stories. And even I am so fond of, watching movies. And that is why maybe I'm the English teacher, isn't it? Right? Okay, so here, problem. Now, when you watch a movie, you will notice, you will now notice if you can recall that every movie has one or the other problem. Yes or no? Right? Every movie, if you can recall, if you can reflect, you will see that each and every movie has one or the other problem. They are talking about one or the other problem, right? If you will not see the problem, a particular problem in every movie, will you like it? No, it will be so boring. Yes or no? Yes, movie will be so boring, right? So what we have to do is, when we are also writing a story, we also need to include problem in our story. Okay? All right? Are you understanding? Yes? If we do not like a story, if we do not like a movie without any problem, how can the teacher will like our story when we will not include any problem? Are you able to relate now? Are you understanding? Yes? Am I making sense? I making sense? All right. Thank you so much. And so please keep this thing in your mind and try to include the problem in your story. And now the question comes that what problem we should include? Yes? Now I will share with you that this is just my suggestion, and I usually tell it to my students, even the ones who are here. They must already be aware, but I would like to share it for the new ones who have joined here, that it's try to include suspense in your story. Suspense means an unexpected situation. What is suspense? An unexpected situation. All right? And I would suggest try to include the problem of some natural disaster. Okay? Try to include the problem of natural disaster. Okay? Natural disaster can be anything. Earthquake, flood, tsunami, tornado, drought, anything. Pick up any one or two. It's up to you how you can, play with your words and present it in your story, right? So you need to include suspense in your story and try to include natural disaster. Okay? Number 3, you need to sort this problem. Okay? And bring this story to an end. All right? After you will sort this problem, you have to bring the story to an end. Are you all understanding? Yes? All right. Now, some more important points that I would like to share with you. And they are, it's very important that you include 3 to 4 characters in your story. Okay? And give name to at least 2 to 3 of them. All right, the ones who have written in the chat box, what about the protagonist, hero, right? So what you have to do is, you have to include characters in your story. Okay, it's very important that you are having some people in your story who are making the story all the more interesting. Okay, when you watch a movie, right, and you do not have characters in the movie and just one person running the whole movie, will you like it? No, you will get bored. Then why do I look at one person for 2 or 2.5 hours, right? Why would one like to see one person, being there in the whole movie? And what will that one person do in the story, right? So when you are also writing the story, I have seen that just while writing the story, children forget. They literally forget that they have to include characters also. They just pick up one character, they pick up this themselves, the narrator. And the narrator is talking throughout. Okay? Or you are using first person I, and just you are writing about I throughout the text, and there is no other character. The story is not wrong, but you are not fulfilling one of the main components of story. When you will include characters in your story will be more and more engaging. All right? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? I am telling you in the simplest manner. All right? Now, it's very important that you include dialogues in your story. I hope you all have done direct speech, right? That's where it will come into use, into practice. You will include dialogues. For example, Tom said, I am late. Okay? In this way, you need to include dialogues in your story. Again, I would share, try to have at least 2 to 3 of them. Okay? When you read a story, all right? When you read a story, what happens? What kind of story you like reading? Where there are just simple sentences, or where there are dialogues also, conversation also. Which one you like? Tell me in the comments. Do you like reading conversation, dialogues in your story? When you read a novel, right? Safai saying yes, a big yes. right? Of course, we all like it, right? When we have conversation, we all like it, right? Even I like such kind of stories. Absolutely. All right, Mohammed is saying I like horror movies basically. Yes, absolutely. You all. Abdul is saying yes, I like dialogues, but not too much. Abdul, absolutely. You have to include dialogues, but not too much. Okay, I told you. Try to include like minimum 2 to 3 and maximum like 4. All right, 4 to 5, not more than this. All right, yes, and it will make the teacher will get more and more engaged in your story. Okay, right? It's important to you give the title to your story. All right, it's very, very important. And I would suggest when you're writing a story, write the title in capital letters and underline it. That will, look separate and more more presentable. Okay, and here, clear? I hope that's clear to everybody. Yes? All right. There is one more important thing I want to share with you all. You know what? During exams, when the teacher or any mock test that you have in school and you have to write any creative writing question, it's not and not only for story writing, to be very specific, it can be for everything. All right, I'm talking about everything. All right, any creative writing question. The first impression that you leave on the teacher is that the teacher sees, okay, the child has written in paragraphs, the child has used punctuation. These are the two things that the teacher notices first. That leaves the first impression on the teacher. And after she sees these things, she then starts writing. She then actually starts reading your content. She actually after seeing your paragraphs, okay, the child has written in paragraphs. The child has used punctuation. After that, she actually starts reading your answer. All right. So these two things are extremely important. Understood? I hope I'm quite clear with it. Yes? Omar, there is no such noise. I don't know why you are hearing. All right. It's complete silence, complete discipline. Okay? All right. Organization is you have to bring your paragraphs in organized form. When you are writing a story, there should be beginning, middle, and end. Okay? There should be the sequence of events. The story should make sense. Okay? Clear? The paragraphs should be well organized. All right? Omar dear, I think only you are hearing. There is no such noise. Uh, okay? It's complete discipline here. All right. Now, we have some achievers here. All right, from the previous session, and we have many more. We have just written the name of some of them. We have Helen, Paul, Josh, Joelyn, Arya, Mohammed, Abiha, Ahana, Abdul, Ashman. And I would request you all to please start working harder, and hardest, so that especially the ones who are associated with us with Glecta, we are absolutely quite sure that we will be seeing your names on the screen very, very soon. Right? Yes? Are we all working hard? Yes? Absolutely. And I would love to call out your names like I'm calling out their names. Right? And for this, we really need to work hard. And I'm so, so proud to share their names always. And I'm really, really glad to be associated with Glecta and to have such wonderful people. All right. So our summer intensive course is already going on. It's been 1 week that we have started. This week was the first week, and we have been, 3 to 4 more weeks left. In case you have not joined this session, I would highly recommend please join this session and get the maximum benefit. All right, you will be having 2 hours classes every day. Recordings will be provided. Free mock tests will be given with solution. Okay, and you can join for English, verbal reasoning, maths, non-verbal reasoning, creative writing. All right, and apart from this, we are also having one-to-one group online sessions, and for primary, secondary, and senior high secondary school. In case you know anyone in your friends, in your family, you can spread the word in your WhatsApp group, in your Facebook page, in your Telegram groups with your friends and family, and inform them that we are starting with our next session, right? In fact, we have already started, right? But yes, new batches are coming up because we are already having so many children who are coming up for 11 plus for the next session, 24-25. And in case you know anyone in your friends and family, please spread the word so that they can also make their future as bright as you are going to make with us, right? And some of you have already made wonderful future with us. All right. So this is just a checklist. Whatever I shared with you about the story writing, you will be reading here. A checklist that summarizes everything you need to think about and include when writing a story. Structure and sequence. Have at least 3 paragraphs in your story, and there should be a beginning, middle, and end. Okay? We have to include narrative devices, all right? Try to create suspense in your story, all right? The events should be in sequence. They should be in order so that your story makes sense, all right? All right, dear. Person and tense. It's very important that you're writing your story in a particular tense. I would suggest write your story in past tense. That's my suggestion to you because it gets little easy. All right? Otherwise, it's up to you. All right? You can write throughout in present tense as well. Okay. Now it's very important. We are considering the sentence structure. Connectives. Try to include conjunctions and connectives in your story. Try to have good opening, interesting opening of all the 3 paragraphs, 3 to 4 paragraphs that you're going to write. Okay? Punctuation plays a wonderful role, right? If you're going to use a punctuation in your story will make more sense. If you're not going to put quotes, not going to put comma, question mark, exclamation mark, full stop, your story will not mean what you want your story to mean. Understood? Do you agree? Do you agree with me? Absolutely. All right. And valid sentences as in you will be writing using different kinds of sentences. Interrogative sentence. Mohammed, please write in the chat box. Interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence, imperative sentence, assertive sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence. Use different forms of sentences in your writing. Some sentences can be short, some can be long. All right? Yes? All right. Okay. No, we are not going to write our story in the class. Somebody has what is interrogative sentence, means question sentence. All right. That's when rookie and sergeant level, that's just an example they have shared. All right. That we have to use and because all of these sentences. All right. Can we avoid writing 7 paragraphs because that will be too long. All right. Mohammed, no, you don't have to write any story as of now. And again, I'm sharing with you, admissions are open for all the 11 plus students and for 2021, 24, 25, all right, for this session, enroll now and the first 20 students from now onwards will be getting 20% off. Spread the word. All the details are there in the bottom. The phone, the contact number and phone details, WhatsApp number, email IDs, you can refer. Okay. For 1 paragraph, I would suggest you can go for like 7 to 8 sentences. All right. Okay. Our upcoming session today it's 29 July and we are doing story writing. Our next session is going to be on 2nd of August, and that's going to be of maths. Topic is extremely important from 11 plus point of view, and the topic is coordinate geometry. Do not forget to join this session, and again spread it with your friends, with your family, so that they can also join this. Okay, Gautam, many children have joined. I can't just really count, all right, but yes, many of them. So many batches are already running for year 5. Okay, okay, coming back to this, we have next session on 2nd of August, all right, coordinate geometry. So your teacher will be discussing some tips and tricks to make this topic even more easier for you, and you will be able to discuss your doubts as well. Okay, all right, and yes, we are also having 11 plus ISEB common pre-test course for this 2023-24 students, especially of year 5, or you can say year 6. All right, the course is for 5 days. English, maths, NVR, VR. Okay, all right, you can click the picture, you can take a screenshot, think about it, and get in connect with our management for the same. Okay, all right, that's really going to help you. Thank you, Tanvi. All right, Mohammed, you can click a picture. All right. Now, the last 2 points for story writing, language and vocabulary. You need to remember one simple word, shampoo. Isn't it easy? Right? Okay, what is it? Simile, hyperbole, alliteration, metaphor, personification, onomatopoeia, openers, and then we have soap also. That is sibilance. Sibilance is repetition of S sound. Oxymoron. Oxymoron is when two opposites come together. Assonance, pathetic fallacy. And purpose, imagination, entertaining. Your stories should be all the more entertaining. All right? All right, Safa, let me just go back. Which slide do you want to see? This one? Safa? Achiont, you can write in the chat box here. Safa, do you want to take this slide? Yes, Aradhya, you can definitely include. All right. Okay. I think, Safa, you want to see this? Okay, wonderful. Now, sense, if your story should make sense, and dear, for the timing, you will get to know, all right, for math session. All right, so ideas are expressed clearly, there are no errors. You have to make sure your grammar, punctuation, and spelling is appropriate and to the point. Okay, do not forget to join us on our social media platforms. We are there on Instagram with the name Glecta Learning. Do not forget to subscribe us on our channel with the name Glecta 11 Plus GCSE and A-Level Learning. We have a Facebook page as well with the name Glecta, and our tele-chart, which is running wonderfully with this name. So you join these pages and you will get ample of extra knowledge that will really help you in your 11 plus. All right. All right, Aradhya, I've read your story, dear. Don't worry. It's wonderfully written and you have included so many dialogues. Great. All right. Thank you so much. See you next time. And do not forget to attend your math session. All right. On 2nd of August. Bye-bye. Take care. I hope you could learn something and you have taken away something today. Yes? Bye-bye. See you. Take care.